Hello to all YouTubers and welcome back to another quick update. We're gonna make this a quick update here, guys. I wanted to cover some of the new additions that I've added to the tank. I've added 3 or 4 SPSs, including 1 LPS, and also wanted to cover what I didn't cover in the previous video, which is the mushroom garden and the Zoa garden. We're gonna get closer to the tank. Now, this is the 1-year anniversary for this tank. I mean, it's been up and running. I remember I broke it down back in December, and you know, everything that you see here today has been a lot of hard work, dedication, and of course, the most important of all is lots of patience. I mean, it's been a year and I'm still adding animals, so it's important for you newcomers to the hobby. If you're going to get into it, you have to be patient, guys. You know, don't bunch up the tank with a bunch of corals and then something goes wrong and then you lost quite a bit of money. You know, you got to be patient. Once I see the tank is doing really well, I started to add more SPSs and more SPSs. Now there's going to be a couple more added to this reef. Probably 4 or 5 different SPSs, 1 brain coral. I really want to try to get a nice red and green brain coral to add to the sand here. But you know, for that matter, we're going to get closer here, and I'm going to show you the new additions as well as some discoveries here after I changed the lights on the metal halides. I did that about 2 weeks ago, and I see a significant difference in some of the vibrant colors that have come out of the corals. There really is something special about having the ability to easily replace the bulbs on a yearly basis. It really is something special. I mean, it's like it rejuvenates the reef almost instantaneously. Now, we're also gonna cover that I added a new piece of rock to the tank so I can add more corals. And you can see the anemone here. We're gonna get closer. We're gonna talk about how comfortable it is now that I added that rock. So we will be right back. We're gonna edit the video. We'll be right back. Okay, so now that we're quickly back here and closer to the tank, I'm gonna start doing a quick close-up of the new additions. It's only gonna be about 4 or 5 corals we're gonna cover here. I'm not gonna cover each and every one of them, and that's because I just recently did a video a few weeks ago which covered each and every one of these corals in a commentary. So I'm just gonna post a link to that video if you want to go back and check that one and then come back and check this one here. We're only going to talk about the new additions. Now here, I've got a yellow porites coral. Once again, I added this one here to try to grow out towards the the left side of the tank here. And you're also going to notice that there is a new piece of rock here. And we're going to move over to this side. I've gone ahead and added this new piece of rock here. And you can see the anemone is just, it's resting in between this rock towards the back and the rock in the front. It actually feels like it's more comfortable. And what's funny is I had a guy or 2 individuals ask me on yesterday's video with the LEDs, where's the anemone? It's there, guys. These anemones, they sleep at night. And I guess maybe with the addition of the LEDs, it kind of got shocked and started to hide. But there it is. It's doing quite beautifully. Now, this piece of rock that I added to the tank was taken from my sump refugium, of which I will cover a future video on how to properly set up a sump refugium. I've done lots of changes to the sump refugium here, and we're gonna cover that in a future video. So also wanted to cover here that the green Monty here has been fragged like there's no tomorrow. I mean, I fragged the hell out of it, as well as gave the guy that came over and took the frags from me, I gave him my Ice Fire Echinata. And this guy made me a deal I just could not refuse. It was like the Godfather. Seriously. But there was a few reasons why I gave him the Ice Fire and fragged this one. This Monty here in particular, I fragged it because it was starting to grow downwards. And I kind of didn't like that. And so I'm hoping now that it's going to recuperate and start growing upwards, which is what I wanted to do. Similar to the red Monty here in the back. But it's doing quite well. Once your tank is stabilized and everything, you can easily frag the corals. And I mean, these corals have been growing like there is no tomorrow here. Also wanted to cover here quickly that here's the mushroom garden I didn't get a chance to really cover it in the other video. And another new addition here is this bubble coral. Now, I always loved bubble corals, and I wanted to get a nice decent piece, and this one here is quite healthy, and I've got this one from Live Aquaria. It's starting to open up really well. You know, it takes some time for the acclimation, and this coral has only been in this tank for a few days, so we got to give it some time, but it's doing quite beautifully here. Now also, up on top here, I wanted to quickly cover that the strawberry shortcake looks to be regaining that green and pinkish type of color. I mean, it could have been due to the replacement of the metal halide bulbs, you know, or just the fact that I've got it really under that intense lighting, but it's really starting to color up, and I'm happy about that. Below it here, this Wintergreen Staghorn is also turning a lot more icy, and it's only been a few weeks. Also wanted to cover here the yellow scroll coral. You're gonna see that on some areas after the replacement of the new bulbs, you're gonna see some green around the edges, and that's indication that it's starting to color up again. A lot of these corals, believe it or not, were starting to turn a little brown. They were. Even the yellow coral. Go back to the older videos. Continue to watch my videos. So you're going to see this one color up really nicely with the gold yellowish type of color. Now here I also went ahead and added the tricolor here, kind of sideways here, so it could grow towards the center of the tank. This one here, the red planet, is just awesome. And next to it I've got a new addition. Now this one is a combo rock with two different types of staghorns. It's got a purple one and a green one in the back. Now the purple color, I'm not too sure about it. I only really see the purple in the tip, but I'm hoping now that it's right under that metal halide there, right under it, that it's gonna do quite well. Now, last but not least, we're going to talk about the Zoa Gardening here. Now with the Zoas, you're going to see some dragon's eyes in the back. You're going to see some fire and ice, not ice fire, but fire and ice Zoas in combo with some Miami hurricanes. And on the sides, you're going to see some watermelons. And in the front, you're going to see some pink pallies. Now these pink pallies were added just a few days ago, guys. And the pink pallies went from 4 heads to several heads. I mean, not a few days ago. It's been several weeks now that I've had the pink pallies, but they're just growing, and the reef is just doing absolutely beautiful. Also, quickly, I added another piece of the yellow porites over on this side, fragged some of the green and red Montes here. This system is just my pride and joy, guys. And I highly encourage you to enter this hobby and be a part of it, because there's just a satisfaction that is just second to none. And I mentioned this before. Just be patient, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Got a lot more videos to come. Gonna do the LED videos here. We're gonna talk about the Sunperfugium. I want to clearly talk about how to properly set up a Sunperfugium. Lots of misconceptions there. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Many more to come. Newyorksteelo signing out. Peace.